Hello my dear students. So today I am going to show you two of the programs. So without any further delay, let's start the program. The first program is this one. Okay. The first program is all about if-else. I am assuming that you are quite aware of if-else. Okay. So the question is using if-else. First of all, the question is using if-else, you are supposed to figure out whether a given number is positive number or negative number. Okay, and if the number is positive number, then later on check out whether the number is divisible by 3. I would like to again repeat, the question is write a program to check out, to find out whether a number is a positive number or a negative number. And if the number is positive number, then later on you are supposed to figure out whether the number is divisible by 3 or not. So now let's start. Note, this very program I have utilized the BlueJ method. Okay. In fact, this is not even also BlueJ method. Why? Because check out the number itself I have already declared the value. Okay. So public class sample, this is the class name, sample is the class name. You can write anything over here. Public static void main, string args. This is string args, passing the string argument. Okay. After that, the variable name I have taken is number. Okay, I have taken the variable name as number. And what is the value that I have initialized? The value that I have initialized is 109. And where is it initialized? This is initialized onto the variable that is number. So right now number is a container which is having the value that is 109. Okay. Now next is using if. I have utilized if statement. If number is greater than 0. Okay. I am assuming that you guys do know what is positive number and what is negative number, right? Positive number means what? Numbers or digits greater than 0, right? From 1 till infinity are positive number, right? And from -1 till negative side infinity is known as negative number. Okay, and 0 itself is what? 0 itself is neither a positive nor negative. Now if the number is greater than 0, that means what? You have taken the value of number. Number is what? Number is a variable. The value of number is initialized as 109. That means right now the value of number is 109, right? If number is greater than 0, that means what? This if statement will forcify the compiler to check whether the number is greater than 0. If it succeeds that this condition, this is what? This is a condition. If this condition comes to be true, then this will execute. System dot, which will execute, see, this is the boundary limit. Okay, this is the boundary limit of if. This whole thing will execute. This whole thing will execute. Whatever comes inside the boundary limit of if, this part. Okay, this whole thing will execute if this number is greater than 0. That means if the variable, that is number, the value stored in this variable number, if it comes to be greater than 0, then what will happen? This whole part will execute. Now let's check out what is inside it. System.out.println number plus this is a statement. Okay, this is a statement where the compiler will not indulge inside it. See, double quotes are present. Okay, these are known as double quotes. This one and this one. Okay, double quotes are present. What will happen? Whatever is inside double quote, this very particular part, whatever is inside double quote, this will simply be displayed onto the console. This is the number, this is not inside double quote, therefore the value inside number, what is the value? 109. 109 will be displayed. Along with it, this plus sign. This plus sign is for what? This plus sign is known as concatenation. Remember my word, that is concatenation. Concatenation means what? To merge. Okay, what will display is 109. Along with it, this plus sign will falsify this is a positive number. This whole line will be pasted along with this 109. That means over here is a positive, like this positive number will be displayed. This whole thing will be displayed. Okay, 109 is a positive number. That means what? This number is holding the value 109. This will be displayed. Number, not the number, the value inside number will be displayed. That means 109. Along with this whole thing is a positive number. Okay. After that, after the display of this particular line, again the compiler will check if the number is modulus sign is what? What is modulus sign responsible for? The modulus sign is responsible to check out whether the number is divisible by this 3 and remainder comes to be what? Modulus sign. This is modulus sign. In mathematics you do call this as percentage, but in computer terminology we call it as modulus. This modulus sign gives what? This modulus sign gives us remainder. Always remember, remainder. Okay. Since I am writing with mouse, therefore I am facing a bit of problem. R-E-M-A-I-N-D-E-R. Okay. This modulus sign is utilized to find out the remainder. Now, let's get inside once again. If the value inside number modulus 3, that means if the number inside, if the value inside this variable number, what is the value? 109. If 109 modulus 3, that means after dividing 109 with 3, if the remainder comes to be 0, this double equal to sign is utilized for comparison. Remember this, okay? Double equal to sign is utilized for comparison, not single equal to, double equal to. Single equal to is known as assignment operator. For example, this part, 109 is assigned to variable number, but this thing, double equal to sign, is utilized for comparison to check out whether LHS and RHS are same or not. But in case of mathematics, we utilize single equal to, right? Okay. If number modulus 3 is equal to 0, that means this, the value of number, what is the value of number? 109. If 109 divided by 3, the remainder comes to be 0. If, only if this thing succeeds, then this thing will be displayed. Number is divisible by 3. What is number? Number is containing a value, that means 109. Next line will be displayed over here is 109 is this part, this whole thing, divisible by 3. If and only if this part succeeds. Okay, otherwise this else part will execute. If it doesn't succeed, that means if 109 on dividing by 3, the remainder does not comes to be 0, then this whole thing will be displayed. Number, that means 109, is not divisible by 3. So this is an example of nested if. If else is utilized inside if. Okay, this if part, the body of if is what? The body of if is this whole thing. So whatever inside this comes, this part will be executed only if number is greater than 0. Now next comes is else if. Okay, else if number is less than 0. If a number happens to be less than 0, what happens? That particular number or digit becomes what? Negative number, right? Therefore, else if number is less than 0, system.out.println, number, that means value of the number, is a negative number, right? Okay. At last, else part. Else, system.out.println number, that means value of the number is 109, is neither a positive nor negative, or you may write over here is equivalent to 0. Okay, so I hope you all have understood this program. See, this is the very first part. If number happens to be greater than 0, then this whole thing will be executed. In this whole thing, again if and else is there, and if this condition doesn't satisfies, if this condition comes to be false, that means if 109 is less than 0, then this part will execute, right? Only if this condition satisfies, right? If number is less than 0, then this thing will happen. System.out.println, the value which is stored inside number will be displayed along with is a negative number. Otherwise, at last, if neither this part execute nor this part execute, then at last automatically this part will execute. Okay, check out, this is the boundary limit of class. This is class boundary, opened and closed. This is the boundary limit of main function, opened and closed. And this part is for what? This part is the boundary limit of else. Similarly, if is the boundary limit of if is, sorry, I was mistaken. The boundary limit of if is this part. Okay, I hope you have understood this. So let me erase all this stuff. You can rewind the video and check out what it is. Okay, back to neat and clean. So again I am repeating the question. The question is, write a program to check whether a number is positive number or negative number or 0. Also find out if the number comes to be positive number, then whether the number is divisible by 3 or not. Okay, so this was the question. Our next program is using switch case. Okay, our next program is using switch case. So this is the program. I hope you are quite aware of switch case. Now this is also using main method. Okay, we have not accepted anything, therefore no import java.util I have not utilized. What you have to do is you have to write the same program using the package that is java.util, and you have to accept the number. In this case, what I have did is I have declared the value, already pre-declared the value, right? But what you have to do is you have to accept the number from user. Okay, now public class switch month example, you can write over here anything. This class name can be anything depending upon your choice. Public static void main, after that string args, passing of string argument. Now after that, first of all, what is the question? The question is, write a program to display the month of the consecutive number, of the consecutive, not consecutive, of the digit. For example, if 1 will be there, then January will be displayed. If 2 will be there, then February will be displayed. Okay, so I hope you have understood the program, what it wants. So let me clear what the program is. For example, if 7 is there, then what should be displayed? July should be displayed, right? Okay, so now this could be user accepted program also. For example, let's suppose, since I have declared the value 7 inside month, let's suppose if it was a user accepted program, that means user will decide whether the value will be 7, 8, 1, 5, 6, anything from 1 to 12. Then this program, what you have to do is import java.util. Okay, after that public class switch month example, write anything, public static void main string args. After that scanner in is equal to new scanner system.in. After that int month. We are not supposed to initialize the value then. We are supposed to ask the user system.out.println, please enter a number. Then the user will enter a number. After that month is equal to in.nextEnt. This type of program I have prepared a video, and I had already displayed this type of videos in YouTube, in our YouTube channel. Hope you have already gone through all those videos, right? Now, string, month string, this is the name of the variable. Its data type is what? Its data type is string. Okay, string is responsible for what? String is responsible for withholding words. Okay, for example, let's suppose if int, I have utilized int a, then a is a variable which can only withhold what type of value? Integer values. That means -1, -50, 0, 1, 2, 20, 80, 1 lakh, 2 crore, anything. But a complete number, a whole number, not a decimal number, neither a fraction, right? Similarly, string can withhold words or sentences. Okay, words. For example, January is a word, it is not a number. February is a word, it is not a number. Okay, so now string, month string. Okay, after that what I have done is I have given double quote. This double quote I have given, why? I have given a blank space, not a blank space. This is initializing string. This is initializing a string. That means I have declared a string whose name is month string. The name of the variable is month string. After that I have given double quote. Why? To initialize it. Okay, the first value of month string is this part, this space. Okay, now switch is what? Switch is utilized to regulate. Understood? Switch is utilized to regulate cases. Cases means what? If the first case, if this part execute, then this will happen. If this part execute, then this will happen. Okay, this whole thing will happen. Understood? Now let me illustrate it further. Okay, whatever the value is, we are supposed to keep this variable inside switch. Okay, this is the thing which will withhold the value, right? This 7 is where? This 7 is present inside month. Why? Because of this is equal to sign. This is equal to sign is why? This is equal to sign is responsible for assignment. This is equal to sign is known as assignment operator. Okay, 7 is stored in month. Why? Because of this is equal to sign. Okay, now we will check, we will keep this month, this variable inside switch, so that we can compare whether the value 7 matches with which case. This 7 is stored in this month, that means inside this container, this month, 7 is there. Now switch will check that value, that 7 is matching with what? This one, or 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 this one. So since month is equal to 7, that means 7 is present inside this variable. So switch will check out that value, that is 7, matches with what? So 7 matches with this part, right? Case 7. So what will happen? Month string is equal to 7 July. That means this part will be stored inside this variable. Okay. After that, similarly, note one more very important thing is we are supposed to give break. Understood? We are supposed to give this break statement. Understood? Why? Because as soon as case 1 completes, we are supposed to give break. Why? Because otherwise case 2 will not execute separately. To execute case 2 separately, we are supposed to give break. Clear? Okay, one more very important thing, note this default. We are not supposed to give break for this default statement. Okay, now case 1, if case 1 executes, if the value inside month is 1, this 1 will be checked whether this 1 is present in this or this or this or this. Since let's suppose the value of month is 1, then 1 it will be compared with this one and the value comes to be same. 1 present over here matches with this one, therefore this thing will execute. Month string is equal to, this equal to sign is utilized for assignment. So this whole part will be assigned for this variable. Similarly, if the value of month is 2, then this will execute. Since the value of month is what? It is 7. So what will execute? This part will execute. Month string, that means this variable will be assigned with this whole thing. 7 space July. Understood? 7 dash July. Now break. As soon as this statement is satisfied, break, this part will execute and no more it will not go anything inside this, since case 7 is already satisfied. Okay, and at last system.out.println month string. So what will happen? What is the value of month string? Month string is this part. That means what will display? System.out.println month string, that means 7 dash July. This will be displayed. Why? Because this case 7 executed. Why? Because the value of month is how much? 7. And this particular 7 matches with this 7. Therefore, this whole part execute and this 7 dash July will be stored in this month string. Later on, nothing more will be executed, no going downward because of this break statement. It will come out of the switch case and at last system.out.println month string. If by mistake user is a fool, then definitely he or she might enter any number. Let's suppose he or she enters 20. But do we have case 20? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Why? From January to December, how many months are there? 12 months. If the user types a wrong number, let's suppose if the user feeds 20, then no case 20 is there, then what will happen is this default statement will execute. System.out.println invalid month. Understood? Then this invalid month will be displayed. So that's it. What you are supposed to do is you are supposed to write the same program in user accepted mode. That means using import java.util. The previous program along with this program you are supposed to write using java.util, that means user accepted program. Do write it and display it onto the WhatsApp group. Till then, stay safe, stay healthy. Bye bye.